Very good morning to all the students. How are you all today?
Fine, sir.
Good, sir.
Kindly also inform your other class members that the lecture has already started. There are 31 students as of joined right now. If you have any connectivity, you can inform your friends who are absent right now to join the lecture. Okay, can you see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Good. So in the previous lecture, we were discussing regarding the flow chart of how assembler is converting assembly language code into its binary form. This flowchart in detail we did discuss. Now, moving forward from this topic onwards, how this program is translated into binary by assembler. So that we saw one example with the binary number. Over here, the symbolic program. Okay, can you see the laser pointer? Okay, the symbolic program, that is ORG100, that's is a pseudo instruction, right? Then there is a LDA instruction, CMA. These are all instructions. They are in symbolic program. Here, what are the labels used? SUB is the label used. MIN is the label used. DIF is the label used. This is in the symbolic program. And for that, what is the respective value in the binary domain? Over here, the numbers are written in hexadecimal form for us to understand, but how they are converted into binary, that we did learn in our previous lecture, right? So in the same topic, if you move forward, this is the assembly language program to add 100 numbers. Assembly language program to add 100 numbers. Okay, so let us see the program slides one by one. The first instruction says ORG 100. Okay, what does it mean? It means that origin of the program is at hexadecimal number 100, meaning that memory location. Okay, 100 is not in decimal, that is in hexadecimal. Then the next instruction is LDA, and LDA is the instruction field and ADS is the label field. So load first address of the operand. Where to load? LDA instruction will load the address. Where it will load? Please write in the chat box.
Sir, accumulator.
Okay, accumulator, but I needed your answer in the chat box, all the students, so that I get to know that everyone is present right now. Present and actually paying attention. I have received reply from Harshil, Vicky, Kinjal, Astha, Zenith, Kushal, Amit, Jai Kishan, Deep, Vancy, Nirali, Sahista. Good, 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 good. So I will keep on interacting with you so that we are on the same page. Yeah, so that loads the address to accumulator. Then this will be stored STA instruction, right? What STA instruction will do? It will store the content which is in the accumulator to somewhere. Now, somewhere where? Over here it is a pointer, PTR. But pointer location is not given. But pointer label is given. Pointer label is given. So we will see how this label comes in the next upcoming instructions. At that particular memory location, what this label field indicate? Suppose label field is indicating over here, that is memory location 0. Memory location 0. Okay. Students, okay. I need you to prepare what each of these instruction will do, because we have already learned all this instruction. Write on the page, and I need you to mail me. I give you time of 5 minutes, and then we will discuss. Okay, students? Write on the page and email me all the instructions. Harshil, all the instructions. Okay, okay. 5 minutes. Yes, students. I hope you are preparing it. Each of you. What each of these instructions are going to do, write on a page and take a snapshot, send me on an email. Okay, students, there was a connectivity loss. as you can see. Now can you see all the instructions, students? Okay. Please go on and write what each of these instruction is doing, and take a snapshot and send me an email. Students, I have received email from only one student, that is Brajesh. I request all other students, you kindly also be active. Those who have joined late, instructions are written in the chat box. Okay, now I'm receiving emails from Sahista, Harshil, Deep, Varun. 4 students have sent it. Please all complete it as fast as possible. Okay, some more responses from Bajrang, Krishna Singh, Abhiraj, Karthik. Students, only those students who send me email, I will consider their attendance. Because I am seeing that many students are not yet replying. This is just to boost your participation, okay?
सर
Yes.
सर हम लोग जो बेसिक कंप्यूटर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन एंड डिजाइन में जो पढ़े थे सर, हेक्साडेसिमल कोड और कंप्यूटर इंस्ट्रक्शन, सर वही हम लोग भेज रहे हैं सर। सर जिसमें एंड था, एड था, एलडीए था, एसटीए था, बीयूएन था, ये सब
नहीं,
बेसिक।
नो नो नो, ये जो कोड आप देख रहे हो उसकी बात हो रही है जो मैं सिखा रहा हूँ अभी।
यस सर वही कोड था।
इसमें हर एक इंस्ट्रक्शन क्या कर रहा है?
सर ये तो हर एक इंस्ट्रक्शन सर, जैसे कि सर पहला इंस्ट्रक्शन सर आप बताए थे कि एक्यूमुलेटर में लोड हो रहा है और डेटा को ट्रांसमिट कर रहे हैं। सर दूसरा
हाँ,
तो ये सर प्रोग्राम काउंटर में जाएगा, तीसरा
यस,
एड्रेस
करेक्ट
में
करेक्ट,
जाएगा।
वैसे ही वैसे ही वैसे ही।
यस एड्रेस में जाएगा। यस
Okay, then some more responses I'm getting in email from Bhagya, Stuti, Vicky, Amit, Milan. Okay, Milan, response is good. Amit Kumar, good work. Okay, Vicky Nayak, good work. Stuti, yes. So I'm happy to see that most of you are getting the point, and all the topics that we did discuss in our previous lectures that you are getting, and you are giving good answers. Okay, those responses what I have received so far, they are good. Sahista, Harshil, Deep. Okay, okay, okay. Then let us quickly. I will finish next. Okay, okay, okay. Then let us quickly. I will finish the next slide, right? Because most of you are getting the point. Those who have not replied to me yet are requested to reply to me as soon as possible. So the third instruction, that is store accumulator, that will store the content in the accumulator to the pointer. Now pointer in this case, it will be some memory location or a register. So this one, the pointer is one register, which is memory location 0. As in the previous example also, we did use the pointer memory location at 0. Similar, it is done over here. Okay. Then load accumulator with a number. Okay. Now what number? Number is given in the label. Okay. Now similar thing you are also doing in C-level programming, right? you are defining some constant and giving it some value. Similarly over here, these you can see that ADS, PTR, NBR, CTR, SUM, they are all different labels. And for all these different labels, what is the number? Okay, so that number is assigned. What is ADS? ADS is HAGS 150. Now remember the fact that all these labels and what are its values, that thing will be mentioned only after halt instruction. Okay, so that is not part of the main program, right? Yes or no? Please write in the chat box. I want to see your replies. Are you with me? Yes, 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 from all the students. Be active. Okay. Good, 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 good. The label field, when we see the number is binary of -100. It is binary of -100. So what instruction is written over here? DEC. DEC instruction converts decimal number into binary. What is the decimal number over here? -100. So that binary is assigned to the label field NBR, and that NBR is loaded into the accumulator. Okay. See, the program is to add 100 numbers. So we need one counter. So for this number which is loaded in the accumulator, that is then stored into counter. Okay, counter is label over here. But what is this counter? Counter label will be a binary number 0. See, it will be a binary number 0. And initially it is 0, then whatever is this number, that is then stored into counter. And that number is binary of -100. Clear? So we have initialized counter. Then accumulator is cleared. So CLA will clear the accumulator. Over here, LOP is written. LOP stands for loop. Okay, loop of program. Remember, this is a symbolic program. This is not the binary code. This is symbolic program. Okay. So in the loop, our first instruction would be then add an operand to accumulator. Okay. The pointer which is initially hexadecimal 0, that pointer indicating, right, there has to be indirect addressing mode represented by I over here. So using that pointer, whatever memory location into that pointer, at that memory location, whatever is the operand, that will be added to content of accumulator. Then increment pointer and increment counter. But remember, what is the increment condition? Increment and stop if 0. That means, see, we are starting with a value over here. The pointer is at address, okay, ADS, and the ADS address is 150. Okay, if it is reaches to 0 value, then we have to, okay, otherwise increment. Similarly for the counter variable, this is starting with, over here it is starting with -100, so it keeps on incrementing, -100, -99, -98. If it is 0, then this will be skipped. Okay, again, what will this do? BUN to LOP. BU conditionally. There is no condition. There the ALU has to branch to that memory location. LOP label is given for this instruction. So this keeps on looping, right? Till when? Till the counter reaches to value 0, from -100 to value 0. And all the content at different memory locations pointed by the pointer, right? Pointer is initially at a address of 150. Sorry. So from all those memory addresses starting from 150, and then whatever is the content that keeps on adding. Then once this is skipped, okay, skip if 0. So once this CTR variable reaches to 0, this will be skipped. If the branch instruction is skipped, what is the next instruction? Then now it is out of the loop. So the next instruction is store this result which is in the accumulator to the memory location. Over here label is written, okay, SUM label is written. So SUM label is then assigned a value binary 0. So at that memory location, the result in the accumulator will be stored. Now over here you can see that this thing, what is this written? Origin from 150. So this is to have the operand values at different memory locations. So what are those values? So starting with the first operand is hexadecimal of 150. Then our first operand is binary of decimal 75. And such there are different numbers from that memory location onwards. And the last operand is 23. And then end of the code, end of the symbolic program. So here the program is over here, different labels are these, and the operands at the memory location, they are this. Is that clear? Please write in the chat box. Okay, good. So now let us move to the next slide. This is the flow chart of one program, and the program is of multiplication. Okay. So over here what we do, we use one label X to hold multiplicand, a label Y to hold multiplier, and label P to hold product, result of the multiplication. Now over here some example is given so that it makes clear to us how this multiplication is done. Okay. So what is the value in the label X? 0 FH, right? 0 0 0 0 1 1 1 1. What is the value in the label Y? 0 BH, right? 0 0 0 0 1 0 1 1. And the product terms. Now over here you can see the product terms, how it is done in binary. Or should I repeat? How multiplication is done in binary? This must have been taught to you during your digital electronics course. Can you write in the chat box? Okay, 2 students, 3, 4. Okay, most of them has written yes, right? Okay, so I don't think it is needed to repeat over here. Just a quick summary is that every time one of the operand is shifted, right? As you can see over here, this 1111 is shifted. Shift and add, shift and add, shift and add. That process is followed. That is equivalent to multiplication process. Okay, and the result would then be stored in the label which is assigned value p. Now how our program would be executed? So in the flow chart, we will start with a counter variable initialized to -8. Why -8? Because there are 8 bits, okay? And a pointer, sorry, pointer, okay, is the product value. So the product initialized to 0. Then our loop starts. In the loop, the first thing is done is our overflow flag is reset to 0. Overflow flag is reset to 0. Next thing is done is that accumulator is loaded with multiplier. This y value. Accumulator is loaded with multiplier. Then shift, right? So circular shifting with overflow flag. Circular shifting with E flag. How the shifting is done? Here shift to left, okay? There will be shift to left. How will this shifting be done? If the most significant bit, see, if our multiplier is 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, and suppose E flag is 1, okay, then in that case how shifting left will be done? Each of these 7 bit will be shifted to the left. So that will start with this 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1. And what will be this be? LSB? LSB will be this? No. This bit will then be assigned to E flag, overflow flag, and overflow flag, whatever is its value, that will be placed over here, whether 1 or 0. You can see over here, example it is given, right? The value of overflow flag affecting the LSB. Then, let me just take my pointer back. Yeah. Then the accumulator content after shifting will be moved back into where? Here label Y. Now label Y either will be in the register or in the memory location. Once it is shifted, then it will be checked. that whether overflow flag is 1 or 0. If it is 1, meaning there is a overflow, then what to do? Then the p variable, which is our product term, right? P variable we have to increment. P variable we have to increment, but with which value? With the value of multiplicand x. P is equals to not p plus 1. P is equals to p plus x. So previous value plus multiplicand. Okay. Then E flag will be cleared. Okay. What this means? What this means? Anyone? Okay, there is a question from Abhiraj in the chat box that what is the meaning of negative in where it is locate bit but negative. Abhiraj, the -8 is not the location value. The -8 is the data value, operand value. Because there are 8 bits, we are starting with -8 and we time keep on counting it. So that once it is reaching to bit number 8th bit, then we will stop the counter. Is that clear, Abhiraj? And Harshil has written correctly in the chat box that this is addition after shifting. See, the logic over here is that, let me just remove this. When we have this, when we are shifting this, 1 0 1 1 1, every time we are shifting this, the most significant bit of the multiplier is affecting the E flag. E flag is the value of this multiplier. So whenever, in whichever bit we find 1, that many times we have to add this multiplicand. So how it will be done? Initially, when p value will be 0, after that p plus x will be 0 0 0 0 1 1 1 1. When next time, anytime E flag will again be 1, then it will be addition with the multiplicand only. 0 0 0 0 1 1 1 1, like this. So that would be 1 plus 1, 0 carry 1, 1 carry 1, 1 carry 1, 1 carry 1, 1, 0 0 0. So that is this one. Okay. After first shift, when this one reaches to E flag. Okay. Yes, sir. Your hand. Bajrang.
यस सर
आपने रेज हैंड किया है.
यस सर सर वो मैं पूछना था सर इफ ई जो है ओवरफ्लो फ्लैग है वो तो सर जो एक्यूमुलेटर से एक्स्ट्रा बिट जो होता है वो एक्स्ट्रा बिट उसमें एक ये ई फ्लैग में लोड होता है तो यहाँ पे सर एक्स्ट्रा बिट तो है ही नहीं तो 8 बिट का है ही एक्यूमुलेटर 8 बिट का ही रखता है सर तो एक्स्ट्रा बिट इसमें है ही नहीं तो फिर ई फ्लैग में ये इफेक्ट क्यों कैसे कर रहा है?
Yes. Okay. Okay. See, normally the overflow flag, the E bit, okay, that would be affected when the result of some operation is greater than something. But whenever we are circular, where we are using circular shift, at that time we can involve some of the flag bits, and mostly this circular shift is available with the E flag and K flag. In our previous discussion, we were using the carry flag. Circular shift involving a bit, carry flag bit. Similarly, over here, there is a circular shift involving the E bit. Is that clear?
सर्कुलर शिफ्ट है, इसलिए ये ई फ्लैग में जा रहा है।
या ई बिट का इन्वॉल्व करके सर्कुलर शिफ्ट करना है। एवरी टाइम जब सर्कुलर हो तो जो मोस्ट सिग्निफिकेंट बिट होगा वो अफेक्ट करेगा किसको? ई फ्लैग को, और ई फ्लैग का जो वैल्यू है वो अफेक्ट करेगा एलएसबी को।
तो इसकी जरूरत क्या है सर?
Every time when there is a shift, there is D7 bit, D6 bit, D5 bit, like that, there is D0 bit, and then there is a separate E flag. So when this shift is done, the D0 bit will be replacing E flag. E flag value will be replacing D0, and D0 will be replacing D1 position, D1 to D2, D5 to D6, like that. Is that clear?
So when it will happen?
When this circular shift is executed. Yes.
तो सर्कुलर शिफ्ट होता कब है सर? मतलब इनेबल कब होता है सर्कुलर शिफ्ट करने का रीजन क्या है?
करने का रीजन ये है कि मैंने इसलिए पहले पूछा कि आपको मल्टीप्लिकेशन डिजिटल इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स में सिखा दिया। जब हमें मल्टीप्लिकेशन करना होता है बाइनरी में तो हम कैसे करते हैं? एक नंबर है, देखो पहले कोड देता हूं, नंबर 8 और नंबर 5 दोनों का मल्टीप्लिकेशन करना है। कैसे हो सकता है? नंबर 8 को 5 टाइम्स ऐड करो, 8 प्लस 8 प्लस 8 प्लस 8, राइट?
यस सर।
कैसा ना हो? सिमिलरली
Yes, sir.
यहां पर बाइनरी में ये जो नंबर x है उसको कितने टाइम ऐड करना है? जो नंबर y है उतने टाइम। y का वैल्यू क्या है? 1011। 1011 मतलब कितना हुआ? 11 हुआ, राइट? तो नंबर x को उसी के साथ 11 बार ऐड करेंगे तो क्या मिलेगा? मल्टीप्लिकेशन का रिजल्ट मिलेगा। ठीक है? अब वो करने के लिए क्या करते हैं हम इसका बिट पोजीशन देखते हैं कि एक एक बारी इसको शिफ्ट करवाते हैं, और यदि ये शिफ्टिंग के बाद ये मल्टीप्लायर का वैल्यू यदि ये ओवरफ्लो फ्लैग को अफेक्ट कर रहा है और ओवरफ्लो का वैल्यू यदि 1 है तो हमें जो x है उसको उसी के साथ ऐड करना है। ठीक है? इज इट मेकिंग सेंस? तो जब जब यहां पर जो मल्टीप्लायर का सर्कुलर शिफ्ट होता है, सर्कुलर शिफ्ट 1 आता है तो x का एडिशन उसकी प्रीवियस एडिशन रिजल्ट के साथ होता जाएगा। इज दैट क्लियर? यस कुशल। कुशल, Kushal, you have raised hand. Bajrang, is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Now what we do, we end this lecture, okay? And our next lecture also starts within 3 minutes. So we will join in that video link. I will stop this recording session and we start that recording. Okay. You please write your attendance in the chat box, and then we end this lecture and join the second lecture, because there has to be separate recording, right? That's why we are doing it.